Hi everyone, it's Mama D here with a life lesson from the Holy Spirit. O you of little faith, why did you doubt? Jesus spoke those words to Peter after Peter stepped out of the boat in the middle of the storm to walk on water to get to Jesus. I'm in the middle of a few storms right now, and I'm just hoping that they don't all come together to create the perfect storm. It seems like everywhere I turn lately, I see something along the lines of, it's time to step out of the boat. Friends have sent me encouraging messages, memes, and videos with that theme. It's even coming up in prayer and journaling time, so I know that I need to pay attention to it. I have read that passage every day this week. It's Matthew 14:22-33. I've always been puzzled why Jesus would say Peter has little faith when he had the courage and faith to step out of the boat onto the water in the first place. When Jesus called, Peter stepped out of the safe and easy. He stepped out in faith. It was nothing that Peter had ever done before, but his eyes were locked on Jesus and he went. Then the doubt came in. He took his eyes off Jesus and focused on the wind and the waves. He let fear in, and that is when he began to sink. When he let fear replace his faith. I started thinking about times in my life that Jesus has asked me to step out of the boat. I start out full of faith and resolve, and I'm going to follow and obey. But as time wears on and the situation drags out, my faith starts to falter a little bit, just like Peter's. It's not my faith that is little in that I don't have much of it. It's that my faith is little in duration. That's how Romans 5:3-4 it just came alive to me in a new way this week. It says, we can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they help us develop endurance, and endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. And then too, that studying and looking more into that led me to a deeper understanding of Romans 8:28, which says, and we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them. I don't know much, but I do know that God has not brought me this far only to bring me this far. I'm stepping out of the boat and onto the water, full of hope that this time will be the time where my faith will endure and I will walk all the way to Jesus' open arms. I hope that blessed you. And remember, there's enough ugly in the world. Choose Jesus.